Hello, ow. Hey, nerd, welcome. We might be getting some news drop in like 2 minutes, potentially. I think patch notes drop in an hour, and I think that sometimes they drop the new constellation an hour before that. Although we'll have to see. I feel like their times for things is always a little bit off. Hey, Lag. Hey, Katafan. Yeah, we'll see. Potentially in like 2 minutes, we might get the first thing to drop. Because they're dropping like several different pieces of news today. Should be fun and exciting. I probably need to turn this up, don't I? Yep. Sensi Tumbleweed. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. Hello, Below Piccolo. Also, they did release yesterday, well, technically they released it a while ago, but the developer for Pike revealed some of the bonus star powers. And yeah, one of them I remembered where support champions have Mariner's Ruse, but it also has another one that followers you acquire in adventures that cost 4 or more also have Mariner's Ruse. So from the Pike star powers, you do have it, so all your things that cost 3 or less get Lurk from the 4th star, but then everything above 4 also gets Lurk because of one of your other bonus nodes. So pretty much everything is going to be doing Lurk. Toast, please do Pike Relic on Viego. I mean, Pike doesn't really have a relic yet. But yeah, we get news to the new weeklies, right? Maybe some of the new mutators. I don't know if they'll actually tell us that. Maybe it'll be in the patch notes. We'll have to see. I enjoy watching your YouTube content regularly. Thank you for all your hard work. You're welcome. Glad you're enjoying it. Alright, I'm not seeing them drop any news. Normally, 2 minutes after the hour mark, they would have put it out. So it might be in like an hour. That is fine. Yeah, we have a new constellation, probably Jace. So he'll be revealed, and then we'll also get the patch notes. So that'll be fun. I think while we wait, let's do a Swain against Swain. Yeah, I feel like taking Swain into something difficult just for fun. So sure. Have you tried Annie with Misfortune's Relic? Yes, I have. I thought it was fine. Hey Toast, how are you? I'm doing well. Rest well, excited. I got to sleep a little bit late last night. It's not necessarily rest well. I am excited for the patch, though. Alright, let's see what we get for the first power. Is the patch coming out tomorrow? Yes. Yes, it is. I think we'll go for Enfeebling Strike, because with our amount of damage, this could really help us out. So yeah, let's grab that and go for Reckless Trifarian. Yeah, Annie with the Misfortune Relic. I think she's the best person to utilize it other than Misfortune. Yeah, it is fine. It's definitely viable. Not exactly my favorite. When can we expect the patch notes? They should drop something in an hour. Whether that's going to be the patch notes first or whether that's going to be Jace first, I'm not sure. Hello, Vexine. Hello, Sniper for Life.
Empire above all.
I love that the Pike relic doesn't have if I'm Pike. What Pike relic? Did they reveal what Pike's getting for his relic? Did I miss that somewhere? I'm looking at the Runeterra Reddit. Normally, if something leaks, it's there. Because yeah, several different people have said the Pike relic, and I have no idea what you're talking about at the moment. Revealed with all the constellations. Oh, there was multiple pages. Okay, so for that image, I always just saw the first two, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's great. I didn't realize there was multiple slides. Alright, so Snapjaw Swarm has Lock of the Iron Solari and the Pike relic. Okay, so... one moment, I'll pull that up here so other people can see it. Okay, so, oof, that looks rough. 2 power and challenger. So that alone is solid. Power, game start, shuffle 2 deaths from below into your deck, and grant deaths from below a random epic item. It seems weird that that doesn't have Pike there. That's kind of, I feel like they're gonna have to add in like power if I'm Pike. If not, though, that is interesting. But getting 2 deaths from below is solid, giving them a random epic item, and you can generate more deaths from below if you're playing Pike. Yeah, that looks interesting. Do epic stack? No, you can only have... you're supposed to only have 1. The fact that it has 2 might be because it's like a developer thing. You're not supposed to be able to stack epics. So the other part of the Pike constellation, Snapjaw Swarm has Lock of the Iron Solari, so does Barrier. That's pretty good. This is the free attack card. And then we also have support champs have Mariner's Ruse, so Lurk and 1/1. And followers you acquire that cost 4 or more also have Mariner's Ruse. Okay. Are there any other champs that want death from below in their deck? Not really. That's interesting. Is Pike next for the rework? Yeah, so Pike is going to be getting a constellation. He's going to get his 6-star. 2 power and challenger. Pike does have quick attack, so then you're going to get this like solid quick attack challenger combo, which is always nice. You might want to pair that. Yeah, you might want to go... ooh, that's actually tough. So, Packed Powder for the cost reduction. And then you could go for the Swain relic to get Pike on the board right away, and then put in the other relic.
Their time has come.
Yeah, we're gonna go look at that in a moment, actually. Sure. The ephemeral one will die, but it's not a big deal. We'll just attack and end.
Pledge or perish.
Behind ya.
Do the current stars change? Yes. All of his star powers have changed.
Such little lives.
We'll show that in a moment.
Praise the Noctora.
The followers one is pretty good since the power is 3 or less. Yeah, they're gonna pair very well together. We'll grab this, but go back for now. All right, we'll pull up the Pike star powers since there's some people here that apparently missed it yesterday, so we will grab that. Okay, so for Pike, for the star powers, the 1 and 3 star, just Lurk grants an extra 1/1. So Lurk already grants 1 power, so now Lurking, if you have the 3 star, is going to grant you 2/1 to all of your Lurk units, which is going to be pretty much everything once you fill out the constellation. Your 2 star plus 1 starting mana round start. If you have the attack token, summon a ephemeral Sharkling. This is your 1/1, or this is your 1 cost Lurk unit, but this is going to be scaling throughout the entire game because of this lurking effect, which is just going to be getting bigger and bigger as you lurk. It's also giving you a ephemeral, so you can always have someone to attack to try to trigger your lurk. You're not necessarily throwing away a unit, which is pretty good. And then we have lie in wait, so allies everywhere that cost 3 or less are lurkers and have lurk. This is going to be very good with the power over here, where followers you require in adventures that cost 4 or more have Mariner's Ruse, which is 1/1 and lurk. So essentially, every unit you get, if you have these two together, are lurkers. The only thing that's not really going to be the case is if you create a unit. So some of the cards, they have like manifest a unit from your regions. Those created cards, if they're not 3 or less, they're not going to have lurk because this is followers you acquire, not like followers everywhere. So anytime you see a follower in a shop as a reward, anything like that you add to your deck, they will have that Mariner's Ruse if they cost 4 or more. If you generate a card, though, they won't. But if you're generating a card that shouldn't really be in your deck, normally it's often just generated to your hand. So pretty much you're always going to be lurking. Mana flow, you get an extra mana gem. And then your 6 star, your spells everywhere have lurk. So now all of your units have lurk from some of the modifiers. And now all your spells also have lurk. So the only thing is, like, if you had a landmark in your deck that didn't have lurk on it, like, there are some things that could still mess up your lurk, but generally every time you attack, you're going to be lurking. And then when a card lurks, if it's a follower, summon it attacking, otherwise draw it. So this is going to be crazy because yesterday we were thinking you're still going to want to shoot for cheaper units because you want them to lurk so that they can be summoned. But now that we know pretty much everything is going to be a lurker, you could cheat out a massive like 9 or 10 cost unit if you wanted, because if it lurks, it's just summoned attacking. So this is going to be pretty insane. And yeah, we know units are getting lurk from the updates or upgrades here. Your support champions are having it. So Pike's going to be pretty crazy. You're almost guaranteed to lurk. It's going to be difficult not to. Let's see. Do the current stars change? Yes. Is the pyromancy interaction in Swain's deck intended? I don't know which interaction you're meaning. Yeah, I hope they're better. So the star powers, you're going to be much less consistent if you just have Pike at 3 stars, because a lot of the ways you're getting your lurk off is after 3 stars. So you're getting your 4 star and then like the bonus nodes after. So your lurking is going to be much less consistent, but if you invest into Pike, he'll be way more consistent than he is now. They're removing the draw. It's baked into the 6 star, but it is the 6 star. If you don't have him at 6 stars, then yes, the draw is gone. But if you have the 6 star, you do have a bit of extra draw. You either summon the card attacking, or you draw it if it was like not a follower. So you have some draw, but again, just the 6 star. Lurker Otacon incoming. Yes, that's possible. In your opinion, what's the most boring champion in Path of Champions? Probably Lee Sin. He's kind of my least favorite. All right, so let's consider the Pike relic. So Beast Within is fantastic for Pike, but you're going to have a little bit of a tough time. So you could go, if you don't want to get the Pike relic, for a build like this, where this triggers, you can play Pike round 1. This is, again, if you have him at 5 stars. So you get him on the board. He's scaling up with the Packed Powder. He also is scaling because of the Beast Within. And the Beast Within is scaling up all of your units because Lurker is a subtype. And they all have Overwhelm. This would be one build you could go with. Or you could get rid of the Swain's Raven army, throw on the Pike relic for the Challenger quick attack combo, plus the... what are they called? Death from below in your deck. And you just have to rely on one of your other units hitting the Nexus, which wouldn't be the worst, because obviously giving Pike a little bit of time to scale is not bad. Or you can get rid of the Beast Within, throw on Raven's army, and throw on the Pike relic. Yeah, there's going to be some interesting choices. How long do you think until the patch drops? I mean, the patch drops tomorrow. So, there's that. Death from below will probably get an upgrade from Constellation, probably 2 cost. I think we might have seen all the upgrades from Constellations. Like, let's... how many bonus stars we have? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we've seen 4 of them. Okay, so we've seen 3 of them. We've seen 3 of the upgrades for the Constellation. So it is possible that they would throw something else in. But I don't know if they would reduce down the Death from Below cost. I mean, it'd be nice. Patch notes, I think, are like in 40 minutes. I think. Alright, let's keep going for the Swain adventure for now. Just because I find him fun to play. Yeah, we're mostly just chilling and going over all of the different news as it comes out. More Death's Hand is fantastic. Yeah, I like that a lot. Playing that for free wouldn't be bad. Lifesteal is really good, especially in the Swain adventure. Yeah, Shen's not bad, but... and it's probably more consistent, but I want to get more Death's Hand. And Hero's Horn on it will be nice, so we'll go here. Yeah, let's go for the Mana Soul Student. Do we know who the new champ coming out is? It looks like Jace. Jace is the best guess so far. Do we have confirmation? No. But that is who it appears to be. Man, we have a ton of... we have Extra Draw, Champion Draw, Pyromantic Wake. This card is amazing. Yeah, Jace fits the best out of everyone we've seen so far. Oh, I feel like the Swain adventure was made for Swain. You just have this board full of units that's so much fun with your 6-star to just nuke them all down.
Empire above all.
And we're already leveled.
I will
Oh,
break
man.
them. Bleed for nothing.
Well, beautiful.
The bite doesn't hurt.
Ah, we're gonna get stunned. Sad. We'll drop this here to stun them so they can't block.
Merely pawns in a greater game. Such little lives.
I want to learn.
We could kill them, but we'll wait.
The prettier the rose, the sharper the thorns.
I think we'll actually go for the Death's Hand. We could use a Ravenous Flock, but a lot of the damage will be wasted, whereas this is going to do more damage to the Nexus. 18 damage. Oh, nice.
Sleep or Noxus. Their time has come.
Yeah, Pike is going to be great. Oh, I hope Jace can be interesting. Because I'm really not that excited for him, but I hope they surprise me with him. But even if they don't, at least we have one champion to be excited about, at least for me. Pike looks like he's going to be fantastic. Yeah, 2 attack and challenger. That is going to be pretty nice to have. Let's grab this here. Because, yeah, quick attack challenger is one of the best combinations. Also, just having another stat relic's pretty good. Don't really care about that. Sure, stun the strongest enemy. That is decent. Again, we don't really need the sustain. We're fine. Yeah, let's go for Lord Broadmane. Does your spell mana refill when you summon Swain? I'm confused. Yes. Yes, it does. That's his epic relic. It deals 5 damage to the enemy Nexus, well, drains 5. And then when we play Swain, it refills our spell mana. That's this right here. Play, if I'm Swain, refill your spell mana. That's how we can drop him and then still be able to play some more spells.
Victory awaits.
I think Stalker's Blade is essential for Pike, though. He also needs Beast Within Impact Powder. Stalker's Blade is nice. I don't think it's essential. I've done a lot of Pike builds where you aren't running Stalker's Blade. You're just able to get him on the board immediately. And that feels better than waiting a couple rounds and then dropping it. Sure, let's get rid of that Lord Broadmane.
Their time has come.
Crow says hi. Hi, Crow. But the relic will cost 15 bucks anyway, so I'll skip. I mean, maybe we'll be able to get it in the Golden Reliquaries again. Not that we're supposed to be able to do that, but happened last time. Yeah, we can just drop this and kill all those. It's so much fun being able to just annihilate the entire enemy board. Yeah, let's just do the damage here. And then just stun them both. Alright, I got Yasuo's from Golden Reliquary. Yep. No way they make the same mistake twice in a row, right? I mean, I'm holding off hope that they do, personally. We'll wait to see if they play something.
I have my orders.
Alright, let's drop this, kill both of those.
After the battle, the ravens feast.
How good is Jack? He seems like he can clear boards with a 3rd star power.
Such little lies.
Jack is fine. He definitely feels a lot worse since they nerfed coins to be focus speed instead of burst speed. That hurt you a lot, but you do have an interesting playstyle where you can keep pinging the enemy board for damage and potentially, yeah, wipe the board. You have a lot of interesting combinations where you can bring the enemies down to 1 health and then kill them with that
Praise
third
the
star power.
Lord. Remember this
So he's not bad. He definitely can be very good in the monthlies. Yeah, he's definitely a good pickup for the monthlies, but he is more of like a situational pick. There's definitely some fun things you can do with him, but he's definitely like the lower half of champions in my opinion. Let's get the static shock for all that damage and draw. See if we can get another just decent power. Oh, that's okay. More snacks. Yeah, we can buy that. One copy of this here. What do we want to cut? I think let's get rid of the sentry, because this damage could actually be good. And then Jin. Nice.
bloom like a flower in the dawn.
Leveling Lilia, and I have LeBlanc as support. Have endless removal with LeBlanc and Lilia's generated spells. Yeah, that sounds very nice. Toast, do you know? Do you know how to get double reliquary? Technically, if you get lucky, when you buy one, there can be a second one that you can get, but you have to have like the money to buy it. So you have to have 6K Stardust.
Above all.
Does it still work? I don't think they've changed it at all. You just have to get lucky though,
Little lies.
and have a ton of Stardust. I don't think I've ever had it happen with reliquaries myself, but I've had it happen with the Spirit Forges quite often.
Their time has come. I will break them. Pledge or perish.
Pike Relic doesn't have anything Pike specific really, so it might be in the relic pool. Maybe, that'd be nice. It's not that great for others, but +2 and Challenger, yeah. 2 power and Challenger is still pretty solid.
Such little lies.
We'll drop the Daring Poro, kind of just to pass back to them. Alright, they just want to spend all their mana trying to kill our units.
A little puncture and a lot
Goodness, that scared me.
Get him.
So I said we just got our sub goal, but it didn't say anyone subscribed, but someone must have, so thank you. It's not popping up for me, but thank you for that. I appreciate it.
We are at war.
Who do we want? Alright, let's just attack.
Nothing. Please, Noxus.
Jump got lucky and got 2 golden reliquaries. Yeah, it can still go off. Oh, there's a subscribe. Moogie? Muggy169, thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate the support. That was terrifying. Yeah. It's terrifying for me as well. We'll drop this.
I never.
We're wanting to build out their board as much as possible. How much would this do? A lot. Yeah, let's see what they do. I feel like they... Okay. They're playing their Blade's Edge. They're probably not going to play units. I bought 4 forges from that bug in one day. Wow, that is crazy. The most I've ever gotten is 2. But I have had it happen fairly often, so I've gotten like... over a dozen extra Spirit Forges. Alright, Fire Spitter will kill the Nexus. And their board. GG.
I will break them. I have done what is needed.
Yeah, I don't really need the golden reliquary bug anymore since I already have all the epic relics. I'm still gonna wait for someone else to try to buy one when stuff releases this patch. But then if it works, I'll spend my stuff as well. I try to make sure I always have 3k for the new patch. A lot of this doesn't really matter for us. Yeah, that's nice. Let's try to go the hard road. Maybe we'll get annihilated like we did in Aurelian Soul, where we just lose round 1 essentially. But yeah, let's go for it. We'll get rid of most of these. Yep, they get the attack token. It's not guaranteed, but it does suck. It's so much damage. Figures. This is the one round where we didn't summon our Swain. Yep, that's not that.
Striking looks and stunning wit.
That makes sense. So Spellslinger could hit them, but Death's Hand is gonna be best. Yeah, well, So this would give us a blocker. They might summon another unit, but I kind of doubt it. Yeah, we'll just drop this right away.
Clumsy footwork. I have my orders.
Yeah, we might as well just attack because they only have one person they could block with. Nice, they don't attack. That means we can attack like this, still get our blunt. Oh, right, that's done. Right. Alright, so we want to play Swain. I don't think we'll be able to really, because our only move was attacking here with this. Yeah, let's drop the Fire Spitter because it can clear the board and also chunk down their Nexus a little bit more. Sure.
Know your enemy.
Alright, let's kill this one.
We will not fail.
Oof.
My axe.
Well, that is a little scary of an attack. I guess we'll actually just drop Swain without probably triggering his effect. Well,
I fight. We were outsiders. Now they bow to us.
we could play this first and get our Swain down to a 3 cost. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, they're scary, but we are just as scary.
Victory awaits. Born a patrician, I became a soldier. I will.
Oh, I think Swain is probably my favorite.
Such little lies.
Oh, such a good time.
Witness strength. I will break them.
Alright, so we could drop our Darius,
Pledge or perish.
or we could just attack before they stun us.
Such little
And then we could probably use our pirouette to just end the game.
all will kneel before Noxus.
GG. Oh, fantastic.
We have done what is needed.
Yeah, 6 stars are definitely definitely a fun time. We'll get the spell slinger. We might end up cutting it still, but better to have this than the others. Slow but steady. Do we play slow spells? I think they're all fast, right? This one's burst now. Yeah, I don't think we play any slow spells. So that's sad. Little Buddies is fine. Yeah, it's fine. Can't wait to see the 6.5 star nightmares are like. Yes. The new weeklies are going to be great. Also, the fact we can just get the constellation materials. We still are going to not really get a lot for the 6 stars, which is a little sad, but at least being able to get the star crystals so we can consistently get the 4 and 5 stars and start like stockpiling those by clearing them every week. And then the gemstones, being able to get them without having to like spend stardust or anything on them, and just slowly building that out and upgrading our account will also be nice. Let's go for the champion item chest. So the maker. Yeah, the Swain adventure, I really like it, especially for your bigger champions like Swain. So being able to have another adventure that's rotating every single week that you can throw these big units against is going to be a blast. It is pretty crazy how every month, every patch, we're getting like new champion, new constellations, and then some new piece of content to just be able to play whenever is pretty awesome.
The few for the many. Such little lives.
The Riptide battery is so good for Swain.
Empire above all.
Oh man.
I will break them.
Also, I still have to finish the not annotations, but like chapters or timestamps or whatever. Still have to do the finishing touches on it, but I do have the like low-level relic build video uploaded and ready to go for tonight. So that should be fun. Yeah, we can drop this. Just get the Nexus down a little bit more. So yeah, I'll probably have the video on the patch notes coming out, and then also have that video coming out today.
The stage, the actor, the grave.
Yeah, these Poros are just gonna keep getting recalled, which isn't gonna be great. Because they're just gonna fill up our hand too much.
I've lived to see a new age.
Alright, so we could drop this, kill both of those. Would take up all of our mana. Sure. I know they're gonna play that Pathless Ancient, but it's fine.
Such little lives. Pledge or perish. Bleed or Noxus.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, the team is pretty small, but they've been doing very well so far. Oh, that's a little annoying.
Such little lives.
21 damage. GG.
Their time has come. Bleed or Noxus.
Like, yeah, since actually focusing on Path of Champions, the game has been going so well. At least for all of us as Path of Champions players. Every single month we actually have content and things to be excited about. Whereas before it might be like 3 months with like nothing. And we just had to wait, and then every 3 months be like, oh, now you can get some new stuff. So good. Let's just keep going for massive stats. Yeah, I think I'll actually give it a house spider. All right, Swain.
Show them their place.
Can't wait to 6-star Swain. Such a ridiculous power. Oh yeah, it's so good. Do you have any theories on what Jace's star powers will do? I mean, it's normally with Jace's kit. It seems like it would be something similar to original Lux, where you really want to focus on playing 6-cost spells. Jace can be a very combo-based deck, so it should be, or it probably is going to be something about playing 6-star spells, but also going to have some different twist than just refilling your mana. So maybe just giving you other bonuses when you play 6-star spells. Yeah, we'll see. We could drop our Swain immediately, or wait. They normally, like, they have 6 mana. You think they're going to play something, right? Yeah. Alright, hopefully this doesn't just eat up spell shields.
Fear the power you do not see. I will break.
Perfect. It hit everything but the spell shields. Oh, great. Doubling 6-star spells? Maybe. Maybe.
Empire above all.
It would be interesting if for his 4th star power, if he got like slow but steady. That could be pretty crazy. Yeah, Kata Fan has been here. I mean, he just said something like 2 things ago. Oh, you see my ping king that. Okay. Let's.
We are at war.
Yeah, let's just attack.
I will break them.
This is 6-star Swain. Do we want to go for the Death's Hand? I think we'll hold off for next round.
Empire, battle by battle. I've taught you well.
Well, that is a little annoying. But let's go ahead, play this here. Rude. That's... Yeah, we don't have any more Swains, but we'll draw another one right here.
My legacy, their time has come.
And Swain is now absolutely massive.
Strike now, no survivors.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure Riptide Battery won't go off again, right?
Glory, courage, excuses.
Oh, no, it is. Nice. It's so inconsistent. Swain is Giga Busted with 99 HP. More like buff to him. Yeah.
Pledge or perish. Such little
It's so much fun because, yeah, the tougher the opponent you're going against, the stronger you get. They did an amazing job with Swain. Such an interesting toolkit, which is why I'm trying to hold off faith for Jace. Because while I don't normally care about Jace, the recent champions have been super fun. So I'm just hoping that continues. GG. I'm not really interested in Swain, to be honest, but he feels so exciting, so excellent to play. Yes. Jace might also be rare relic biased, which is good for a lot of the non-veteran players. I mean, yeah, if there's some champions that are better with rare relics, that is going to be great. I'm mostly excited for the new 4-star adventures since I'm relatively new to Path of Champions. Yeah, more repeatable content is going to be great. I think I'm just going to say Paolo because I think that's the guy's actual name, but yeah, PVDDR. Also did say we're getting a relic for Jace. Yeah, normally, like, Pretty much all the new champions I've added have gotten epic relics. That's not too surprising. Or to quote him, the new champ, which may or may not be Jace. That's pretty funny. So notes in 15 minutes. I believe so, yes. Is there any of the other quests I need to do? No. Oh, activate Nightfall cards. You know what? I haven't played Poro King in a little while. It'd be fun to go for his very cheesy build again. Alright, what was all that we wanted to do? Right, Spirit of the Buru. Love that. Beast Within. Also good. We could go for the Shock and Awe for the damage with all of our 1 costs. But I do also like the Nora Relic to also get the impact. Have you tried him with the Formidable Relic? No, I haven't actually. When you summon a ally, grant it 1 power and Formidable. Sure, let's try that out. That's one I actually haven't done. Since we're just testing it, let's just hop and have fun in Aurelion Soul for now. Isn't the Beast Within and Buru excessive? Not really, because the extra 1/1 is very nice. You obviously you don't need the Overwhelm, but just having extra 1/1 in your units to help them be a little bit stronger throughout the entire course of the game, especially right away, is nice to have. Oh my word. Well. This is going to be a fun match. Top Kench with Perfected Mana Flow. Yeah, it's pretty much like the best possible power for you to get for Poro King. I have 20 monthly challenges to go, waiting for new champs to unlock Platinum Vault. Smart. Already 1 run, yeah. Let's see. Pretty much perfect opening hand. Well, we could go for Professor. But I don't, it's not really like it's needed. Would you like to be able to deactivate stars to create bigger challenges? I think that's fine in theory. The one issue is I feel like that would take a lot of work to implement, and I'd rather they use that work for other things. Well, that's fantastic. Did you best champs of each region change? I'm guessing did the best champs for each region change with all the new additions? A lot of that is so subjective based on your account and what level you have them at. Like, things have changed definitely with the constellations. So, like, Kaisa is normally very low on the, like, rankings for her region. But if you give Kaisa at 5 or 6 stars, then suddenly she can be way higher on that region. So yeah, like, yes, things have shifted, but there's so many variables right now that Kaisa can either be like the best or one of the worst for Shurima. And it's kind of the same for all the regions. Yeah, I haven't done any sort of tier list or changed rankings around since the constellations have come out, just because I'm still working on unlocking the different constellations. In terms of starter champs of each, I should have said. Not really. our last video talking about the best champions for each region, especially if you're just starting out and looking for who to 3-star, that still should be accurate. I don't think anything really has changed in that regard. Most of it is just changed if you're actually maxing out people completely with constellations. The haunted relic, these will be massive. Kaisa does like keywords. We're probably going to end before we even play Kaisa. Whereas dropping this round 1 would actually be not bad. Discard, Lucky Find, Void Lane. Yeah, Kaisa could be okay, but I think I'll just go here. We don't care about a champion, so let's go for the shop. So Fiora with unstable inventory. If we could get one of the other powers to give us like Fury or Lurk for our units, that'd be awesome. For all that I play Path of Champions a lot, watching something like this shows me how little I know. I mean, yeah, I've been playing this game since it first came out. Even just unlocking all but the 5th and 6th star, she feels so much better with the extra keywords. Yeah, Kaisa is dramatically improved with everything she gets. Because, yeah, there's so many extra keywords throughout the constellation that's giving you. Yeah, Kaisa feels so much better. I don't have her at 3 stars yet. Or 6 stars yet. But when I do, I feel like she's going to be absolutely insane. Speaking of insane, GG. The Formidable is definitely very good and better than the Nora Relic. The Nora Relic has the issue that it's only created units, whereas this is just giving all of your units Formidable, and then pairing that with the fact you get the quick attack, so you can actually attack, you do more damage because of your extra health. Yeah, it's pretty good. Don't really care about any of these. Sure, that's fine. Swain with power overwhelming. New Pike update looking juicy. Yes. Yes, it is. Poro King with evolution is OP. Yes, it is. Just joined. Are you doing the buy? Not sure exactly what you mean. Oh, Buru Formidable Secret Technique? No. So we are doing Spirit of the Buru, Formidable, and then the Beast Within, just so our units have that little bit of extra 1/1. Only have 1 cost reduction. Sure, this will push the most amount of damage. And then we can still play a Poro. And GG. Yeah, Secret Technique can be okay, but we're not playing that many Poro snacks. But yeah, it could be good. Potentially it'd be better than the Beast Within. Beast Within, just the extra 1/1 for all of your Poros is quite nice. But if you play 1 Poro snacks, then that is going to give you more value. Yeah, Haunted Relic, getting more of that is fine. That's another thing I like about this build. You don't need to play Poro King ever. Yep, looks good. And Caitlyn.
I'm on the case.
I love Secret Technique with this build. You scale so hard. Yeah. I mean, you already scale so hard, and then it's just making it even more ridiculous. Yeah, we're not even really needing to play the Professor, because instead of playing him, we can just drop units right away.
hot on the trail.
All right, we can drop the Poro stories and then drop this here. The one problem is she has quick attack, which means we can take the hit, but yeah, we're going to be very low. If we let our unit die, we would get an extra keyword. But I think that's all we get, right? Just one extra keyword. If an ally died this round, grant your weakest ally 1/1 random keyword. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Fine with not dealing with that. That'll be okay. We'll just drop a bunch of Poros and end the game. I missed Niddly Scissors. Yeah, that was very broken.
Suspicious activity detected just outside the station.
Stay on 'em. Backup's on the way.
Evolution with this build is so insane.
Watch the chrome.
GG. Niddly with old Scissors was rather boring strategy. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was fun to do, but it definitely got old. I would agree with that. So it was very fun initially because it was just so broken. Hello, Poppy. Yeah, we can go for double attack, I suppose. Not that we're necessarily going to play Poro King. So the Sting Officer wouldn't be that big. Grow my health to match my power would actually be quite nice, because that way, if our units, like what just happened, where they took a block, this then actually increases their damage then. If this was a 1 cost, it'd be fantastic. I think we'll go grab this. Yeah, what? Actually, we don't care about the champion item. Unless we got us something that was very cheap and it could play in like round 1. Sure, we'll go for Zoe.
Awesome. This is gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, patch notes hopefully come out in like 3 minutes. I mean, it's gonna be either that or Jace should be. Hopefully it's patch notes. I think last time they released one of them and then like an hour later released the other. All right, we don't have the attack tokens, so we don't want to play Haunted Relic.
Doesn't understand, silly.
We won't be able to block her, but that's fine.
You're so much tinier than my study.
As planned, Jace comes first, then patch notes an hour later. I mean, that would make sense with their photo, since they had constellation reveal first. GG. Oh, fantastic. I love some of the crazy things you can do in this game. If anyone misses the patch notes, I'll have a video out fairly soon afterwards, going and breaking everything down. So if you miss anything, just go to YouTube and there'll be a video up shortly. We'll just go for draw 1 and Karma.
Always trust your spirit.
We do have the mana, but I think we're fine. Ooh, Poro King. This will be nice for their karma. We'll be able to build an entire board of Poros.
Heart and mind as one.
Wonder what they can do with Jace and make him interesting. The only thing is playing 6-cost spells, and that sounds either slow or kind of boring. Yeah, we'll see. He does kind of also have the synergy of like going Challenger or Quick Attack, so maybe they're trying to do something with that. Generally, though, yeah, most of his stuff is about playing 6 stars. Patch notes are today. All right, it is 11. Let's see if what they drop. All right, nothing yet. Two. Close. Yeah, we can. Well, if we drop our Poro King, we won't have enough for our Poro Nip. Alright, now we can kill Karma. They have no mana, so they can't deny it. Yeah, it wouldn't have been bad to play our Professor and then drop all of our other units.
Perhaps we should pause for thought.
But still should be fine. Alright, let's go and look again at X. Alright, still nothing. I guess I should also open up their page. Oh, I got a notification. Okay, there it is. All right, so let's see what we have here. So Pike, Jace, okay. Not a surprise. Let's see what we have. So when you play a 6-cost spell, reduce the cost of non-spells in your hand by 1. Okay, so followers, champions, landmarks, just everything that's not a spell gets reduced down. Interesting. +1 starting mana, round start, create a Hex Tech anomaly in hand. If you don't already have one, you created this way. Hex Tech anomaly. What's a Hex Tech anomaly? It's actually... Okay, so this is the Hex Tech anomaly. When you draw or create me in hand, or each round start while I'm in hand, transform me into a random 6-cost spell. So it's just always going to be a different 6-cost spell for you to play with. Interesting. So round start, create a Hex Tech anomaly in hand if you don't already have one created. So you can't just get a bunch of these in hand, but you'll just be getting random 6-cost spells. That'll be a very interesting playstyle. The 3-star. When you play a 6-cost spell in hand, reduce the cost of non-spells in your hand by 1, then give allies 1 power and a random keyword this round. Okay, so that is very interesting. You are focused on playing your spells, but by playing your spells, you're buffing up everything that is not a spell. Very interesting. So you're working on cost reduction. Gonna play probably fairly, or like kind of similar to Viego, as your units dying gives you cost reduction, but here you're playing these spells, which are giving you cost reduction. The 4-star, game start, summon 2 armed gearheads. Interesting. So those are the quick attack and augment. I mean, that'll be good in the sense that when you're playing your 6-cost spells, they'll be scaling up. The problem is it's going to be a little bit until you can play a 6-cost spell, right? Unless they have some other crazy upgrades for you. All right, Mana Flow, get an extra mana gem. So his 6-star. After you play a 6-cost spell, deal 10 damage to a random enemy or the enemy nexus if there are none. That is very interesting. Oh, it's good and bad at the same time. Because since it's a random enemy, the enemy might just have like a random Poro or Spiderling sitting on their board that gets annihilated. So you're really going to have to be careful with your Jace trying to kill their smaller units so that this can actually hit the targets you want. I do like how he is obviously very focused on 6-cost spells, but I like that you're getting all of this random effects going off every time you play a 6-cost spell that's not spell-based. So you're killing a random enemy, you're buffing up your boards, you're giving yourself cost reduction. The only issue is right now, this seems incredibly slow. Like you're... Yeah, like... It's going to take a while to play a 6-cost spell, especially since you don't have sorcery. Like, technically, if you had sorcery, you could play it the second round, or even round 1, actually, with Mana Flow. But I feel like you might actually just need to pass your first round. That way, you bank the mana, and then maybe... Like, if you have Mana Flow, you pass round 1, so you have 3 spell mana, and then you're able to just play a 6-cost spell round 2. Those powers feel like you're playing a lot of 6-cost spells when you aren't most of the time. He won't be a speedrunner dream for monthlies. No, he won't. I wish the 10 damage scaled with the amount of 6-cost spells you cast. That would be interesting. And you can't even discount it. It won't count. Yeah, that's kind of the issue. I think a verbiage change to spell that originally cost 6, similar to Elder Dragon, that would be nice. Maybe his deck has some good discounts, but that's the problem is you can't discount these spells because they have to be 6 cost. It doesn't say a base cost of 6 or more. It just says a 6 or more cost spell. Don't forget that when he's leveled, he doubles all 6 cost spells. Nice. I have not played Jace like at all, so yeah, I don't actually really even know what he does. If you Mana Flow is round 2, Mana Flow Sorcery round 1 immediately. Yeah, but if you have Sorcery, that's the big thing. Yeah, passing the first round does definitely suck. Also, bear in mind, we don't know what you're getting in the rest of the constellation. Right now, I think these are very interesting and fun. You're always going to have a 6-cost spell to play. You're getting tons of benefits whenever you play a 6-cost spell. But it does seem at the moment like you're going to be fairly slow. You don't have any ways to try to get to that 6-cost spell faster. Looking at this, I think his relic is going to have +1 mana if Jace, which also matches how Dirtles responded to your question. Yeah, that would make sense for Jace to have the +1 mana. Then you could play Jace round 1. Maybe you'd want to play Jace with Lost Chapter, so you play him round 1, then you get your mana refilled, at least spell mana. Maybe they'll have it so your support champions have Crystal Carrier or mana deposit, so that when you play your support champion, they refill their mana, maybe. I was convinced he would get Sorcery as a 4-star, considering how much he relies on spell. Yeah. Hey, Jump. Croatia's good? Nice. Yeah, this is interesting. Let's see if they've posted anything else. Not at the moment. Sounds like a Chemtech duplicated champion. Yeah, that's gonna happen. All right, so Jace, play, grant me quick attack or challenger. Level up, you've played 2 6 or more cost spells. When I level up, create an acceleration gate in hand. Each round, the first time you play a 6 or more cost spells, copy it with the same targets. So that will be massive, because since he is doubling your spells, then all of this is going off twice. So you're reducing down everything in your hand by 2. You're giving allies... Also, this is a give, not a grant. So this is temporary just for the round, which kind of sucks. That's a little rough. But give allies 2 power and 2 random keywords. And then also you're going to be nuking 2 targets for 10 damage each. So Jace being on the board is going to be so important for you. Acceleration gate. Give your allies 2 power and quick attack this round. If they already have it, give it double attack and give them a random keyword instead. So being able to drop this when you level for your board to be able to give units quick attack or double attack, that could be pretty big. And then you have your shock blast, which this is going to be difficult because whoever you choose might just get nuked by the other aspect of it. Your 6-star if you have it. This is going to be interesting. Jace is probably the first champion that would like one monument that refills mana for the first spell. I mean, that's the Lux. That's just the Lux powers. It's play, so it doesn't go off with copyright. No, I think like there's no summon effects. I think normally play still counts for duplicates. I think. Let's see, it doesn't give double attack. Play on units and landmarks counts. It gives random keywords if they have QA or DA. It doesn't say base 6 cost in his power, so spell cost reduction screws him over hard. Hope it's not the case. Yeah, that is one thing that it would be really nice if this wasn't... If they changed this to be a base 6 cost spell, that would be nice, but yeah, any cost reduction is going to be pretty bad for you. The good thing is you're always going to have a 6 cost spell to play because of this right here, so that's at least nice. Also, yeah, Jace is probably going to have a +1 mana relic, going to have mana flow, so you'll be able to start with 4 mana and play Jace round 1, so that'd be interesting. Yeah, he might have the mana refill as a card in his deck. That would be interesting, especially because, I mean, they don't do a lot of landmarks, and then you would also be just making Jace have the Lux star powers. Yeah, a lot will change once we see the rest of the constellation and also his starting deck. Because that's the thing with Pike, we pretty much know what the starting deck is. I think they said they're changing 1 card. Yeah, that will be interesting. I don't think they'll change the base 6 cost because the second constellation will reduce cost. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm still holding off hope. I think it could be pretty good. He does look like he's going to be a little bit slow. That is definitely the case. Perfect. That's absolutely fantastic. He does seem a little slow. Let's go and look what they might want to do for his starting deck. I think if they changed the base cost, the Jace effect wouldn't work. Yeah, that makes sense. Essentially, set Lux duplicator champ, kind of, yeah. I mean, I suppose we can just do... Alright, so... we need to have a couple Jace. Thermal Beam would be an interesting one. I would say it's a maybe. Forge Chief is probably pretty likely. I think there's, yeah, very high chance we have the Forge Chief in there. Eager Apprentice, I also wouldn't be surprised by. Pharaoh's Financier, I think would be a decent chance as well. Can you please show us the Pike 6-star bonus? Sure. Your spells everywhere have lurk. When a card lurks, if it's a follower, summon it attacking. Otherwise, draw it. Isn't Jace in Path of Champions 1.0? I forget, to be honest. I forget all the champions that were in 1.0. Maybe Forge of Tomorrow. Yeah, there's a couple landmarks they might do. Let's see. I think there's a decent chance to do Veteran Investigator just because I love that card. Flash of Brilliance. This create in hand a random 6-cost spell. I could definitely see them adding Flash of Brilliance in there. That could be decent. Another way to make 6-cost spell. Yeah, Flash of Brilliance, possibly. I could see them doing Patrol Wardens just because I could see them using that card again. Was this Jace's starting deck? Eager Apprentice, Forge Chief, Sky Cruiser. Yep, Sky Cruiser is definitely there. Crushbot, Forge of Tomorrow. Yep, that seems likely. Yeah, so Forge of Tomorrow, this seems, yeah, fairly likely. When I'm summoned, summon a Forge Worker. When you play a 6-cost spell, destroy me, refill your spell mana. So decent chance of this. Assembly Line, another, was in the other starting deck, and this is another one that's fairly likely. Shock Blast, like this is his champion spell. Formula would be fun, but I kind of doubt it. Yeah, I kind of doubt it, but it would be nice to have. This is the tutor system, which, yeah, they're not going to use. Yes, I need to do to Eternal. Because, yeah, where's the... There we go. Sky Cruiser, Elusive, grant me 2 power once you played a 6-cost. I think this one has a decent chance as well. I mean, the Hextech Anomaly, this is only going to be... Like, you're going to generate this naturally. I don't think this is going to be in your starting deck. Formula is too good, so no. Yeah, that's the thing. I like Formula a lot, but I think it's too good for them to add in the deck, which is a little sad. But I think there's a decent chance for a lot of these. Thermo Beam, they had that in the starting deck before. I think it's fairly likely. Forge Chief, yep. Definitely could see Eager Apprentice. This one, probably not. I think this is probably one that they're gonna have you pick up. It's probably one you're gonna see in shops and as rewards a lot, but probably actually won't be in your starting deck. Flash of Brilliance, this could be really good. Again, I could see them not adding it though, but it would be really nice for you. Forge of Tomorrow, I think there's a high likelihood of this. High likelihood for the Sky Cruiser. And Shock Blast is a maybe. It is your champion spell, which champion spell end your starting deck. It has happened a decent amount of times, but I think they might just leave that as your champion card and not add items to it, but we'll see. Assembly Line, there's a decent chance for this, but also since you are making the anomaly every round, if you don't have one, I think they might not go as hard in ways to generate or give you 6-star spells anyways. So I could see them actually maybe not even having or only having like one 6-cost spell. And so some of these other ones like Flash of Brilliance where it's generating them, they might move away from that because you're already generating a 6-cost spell. It'd be nice to have it in your starting deck for an item. Oh, it would definitely be nice. I just don't know how likely it is that they're going to do that. This is Lux 2.0, but we have Lux 2.0. I think we won't be seeing anything that could create a 6-star spell in the starting deck aside from the Hex Deck Anomaly. Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Since we already have the Hex Deck Anomaly, I think things like Flash of Brilliance probably aren't going to be there. And I think we're probably only going to have one 6-cost spell. I don't think they're going to give us two 6-cost spells. So either they get rid of Assembly Line or potentially get rid of the Shock Blast. Yeah, they might give us another just like general unit. Like, where is it? The Crush Bot. This was in his Path of Champions 1.0 deck, and I think this is just a kind of general unit that they'd probably throw in there as well. That makes sense. And yeah, the Financier is probably gone. And then they maybe would throw in just like a Static Shock. Again, this was in his starting deck before, but again, just like a general Piltover card. Because 18 cards, this is what you get for your starting deck, and I think this is going to be fairly close. Yeah, some of the other ones that, while they make sense, they're either too good for them to add in, like the Formula. Like, Formula would be excellent, but I think that's going to be too strong. Definitely one to look out for, though. Burst Speed, draw 2, refill your spell mana. That's going to be fantastic. Who will you try first on release? I mean, that's difficult. I definitely am more excited for Pike. But since Jace is the new person, might still try him first. I'm not sure. First Ascended is rough. 30 minutes was an attempt on one of the raid bosses. That's rough. Weakest 6-star so far, or what? I think I wouldn't say that the 6-star is weak. I would just say the 6-star might struggle with consistency. So the one issue is that this is going to be random, which is definitely going to be a problem because if the unit has some very important targets and then some very weak targets, this is going to be worse. But if you're thinking about it, normally if you're going up against like a Swain or Lysandra, just taking out any of the enemy's units will be solid, and 10 damage is normally enough to kill anything. For the most part, if you're going up against like Aurelian Soul, then some of the champions won't, or like Swain himself is going to be over 10, but most things can die to 10 damage. If this gets doubled because you have Jace, so you play a 6-cost, well actually no, this one, after you play a 6-cost spell, deal 10 damage, it might get doubled if you have Jace on the board. if you have Jace on the board and he's leveled and this goes off twice, then it's absolutely massive. If not, then it's still going to be okay. But it is random. Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't think it's going to be the weakest 6-star. But yeah, inconsistency will probably be an issue. The Watcher, yeah, there's some targets that it's not going to be able to kill, but most targets it will. Think of the 5 and 6-star adventures. 10 damage randomly might not kill something, or at worst, hit something you don't want to hit, like in Lysandra. I mean, in Lysandra, 10 damage is going to kill most things. Like, the Watcher's really the only thing, because the Throws and Thralls, I think they're like a 9/9 with tough. So if they don't get buffed up at all, it will kill them. Really, the Watcher is the only thing it's not going to be able to kill unless Lysandra has been able to buff up her units. How does it work with Chemtech Duplicator? Once leveled, every 6-star will be cast 4 times. Normally, it's 3 times. Normally, like, you play the spell once, and then both of them are doubling that one spell. It's not like one of them's doubling and then the other one's doubling again. So yeah, with Jace and Chemtech Duplicator, spells should go off 3 times. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to that. Oh, you're talking about First Descendant? Pair him with Mercy and Killings, I would kill anything. Trundle. Yeah, Watcher and Trundle would be like the 2 things baseline in Lysandra that it wouldn't kill. Let's see. Let's go for the item chest. So Lee Sin. I feel like this package does not fulfill Jace's fantasy. I don't know. I think it does a decent job. I think being able to get a lot of benefit from playing your 6-cost spells and having that buff up your units is pretty good. Hey, Marshall. Yeah, Jace looks interesting. Looks a little slow at the moment, but very interesting set of powers. I'm liking the way that they're going with him at the moment.
Check out these moves.
Definitely still have some questions about it, though.
And punch.
Yeah, it's really going to come down at the moment to what his starting deck is, what the bonus nodes are in the constellation, and what his epic relic is. Because I think he can be very powerful, but you do have a bit of an issue right now where against like a Swain or something, how fast can you start getting those 6-cost spells going out? Once you get in about 4 to 5 rounds with him, most non-spells in hand will be free or cheap, so you can focus on playing spells. That is true, but like 4 to 5 rounds in, that's going to be pretty tough against someone like Swain. Yeah, let's go drop this here. Why are your units so damn massive? I'm playing Poro King. I have the build so that all my units start with 4 relic or 4 keywords. I have lie in wait, so lurk, and then the big thing is I have evolution. That's why my units are so massive. Patch notes aren't out yet. I believe the patch notes will drop in half an hour. Fix. Just put Heimer in Jace's starting deck, he becomes way better. Yeah, evolution, very helpful. The good thing about Jace, even if he's not as strong as we might like for some champions, I mean, he still might be crazy strong, but even if he's not as strong, he's still seemingly going to have a very different playstyle, and that's kind of the most important part for any champion, is to just feel different from playing other champions. And I think he is looking like he can do that. Because, yeah, you're 6 cost focused, but playing your 6 cost is buffing up all of your other cards, which is pretty interesting. All right, Victor with unstable inventory. Also, the fact that you're playing random 6 cost cards, and you kind of almost don't even care what the 6 cost is because it's giving you so much benefit. That's like whatever 6 cost it is going to be good for you. I remember how much you love the question on when the patch arrives. Yeah, that's the thing, is the patch notes, and patch especially, are very inconsistent with their timings. Sure, we'll drop this here.
Probably cursed. Disarm specimen. May I look at you?
I think he's going to be an easy skip for me, which is honestly valuable when we have so many, when we have so few resources to spend on champs. Yeah, that's the thing for, like, most people, you don't have to go and get every single champion. Like, I have to get every champion. But most people, if a champion's not that interested to you, very easy just to pass. In some fairness, we have a number of champions that are really fast. We have a unique playstyle based on modifiers of monthly challenges. He can be really helpful to have. Yeah, not every champion has to be very fast. It's just kind of a little bit of an issue that in a lot of the tougher challenges right now, speed feels fairly needed. I'm just trying to think that it seems like you have a bit of a hard time into Swain, but we'll have to see. Slow but steady, armed gearhead. That's not bad. That's actually going to be really good. Sure, let's grab that. And let's go for Darius.
Every army needs a general.
For constellations, I just want to focus on those who I like to play style the most. Yeah. Wait, if I don't like a champ, I don't have to level them? Why didn't anyone tell me earlier? Let's, yeah, drop this here. Oh, things get silly sometimes. I feel like the Jace signature epic might be something like 6+ mana spells cost 6 instead. That would be interesting. That would definitely be interesting. That, yeah. Maybe. I think that could work. +1 mana, and then if I'm Jace, 6 or more mana spells just cost 6. Truth is, the more champions you have upgrade, the more options you have for various adventures and monthlies. Yeah. We don't have a lot of single target spells. Yeah, I think I'm okay. Sharon is carrying. There we go. That'll be good. Yeah, did we actually cut that card? think we might have cut that from our deck. Yeah, it's a little sad, but that is fine. I'm thinking that with this, we can potentially play this, especially just for like a 1 cost, because we have sharing is caring to give whatever units we have. Double attack could be good. So, sure. We'll just get 2, just so we have enough to maybe get something else. Not really seeing anything too crazy. We'll buy 1 of that. All right, Katarina.
Ready for trouble.
The problem is the game keeps giving me shards for those I don't need. 105 Aatrox shard, but I don't plan on doing anything with him. I mean, maybe you should just play Aatrox. Sharing is caring should be renamed Sharing is OP. Yeah, I think the power would still be fairly niche. Like, a lot of people don't really want to play 6 cost spells anyways. Alright, so we can drop this, give these couple units double attack.
Carve a path.
Explosives prompt.
GG. Oh, man. I have 90 Nico shards and haven't seen a single Runeterra fragment. It's a little rough. Alright, misfortune with duplicate. It will be interesting to see what we get for the Jace relic. They haven't put that anywhere, right? Yeah, I feel like if that... I have not seen it anywhere. I'm sure if it pops up, one of you will let me know. Poro King, what's the point? Keywords are the key. Yes, and I kind of love that with Poro King, you can have a incredibly strong build where you don't have to play Poro King. I like those champions where you can just go much more passive.
Dust and mold hide wonders beyond compare.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that good.
Where have you been all my career? May I look at you?
Try to keep up.
GG. It's so insane. I was locked on 100 Yumi shards before Riot sent missing bandle containers. You probably should level up Vayne. She is incredibly fun. I guess we'll go here, but we don't plan on playing any of these. Alright, Aurelian Soul with Unyielding.
Naturally.
Hopefully we get our double attack unit. Bruh, Minor, thank you for the follow. Actually, let's move that a bit. That should look better. Alrighty, let's get rid of these two. Hold on the Poro Nip just in case. I have 55 build fragments, 1 Nova Crystal, 790 build fragments, almost 200 wild fragments. So ready? Yeah, someone's excited for Pike. Let's see. I suppose we'll drop this immediately even without her 6-star, getting Mana Flow and Tears of the Goddess on Tumble makes her so insane. Yes. Like, I have pretty much everything for Vayne other than her 6-star and, like, the gemstones, but she feels incredible. All right, drop this to give everyone more keywords. Alright, so through the first health bar. So we will have to last one round. I mean, the star gems aren't going to be as much of an issue here soon, because we're going to start being able to get them every single week. Yeah, we'll drop Poro King just to give everyone double attack. Yeah, we're gonna get star crystals from the new, like, 5-star weekly.
Words are lost in the roar of the winds.
So it won't be too bad.
Try to keep up. Plug and play.
Alright, this will be GG. Please don't even try to stop it. Do you think we'll have a new weekly quest for the Nightmare Weeklies? Probably not. They already added in a new weekly quest. Do 3 weeklies and you get a gold vault. Since they added that in, no, I don't think we'll get another quest for the weeklies. But the amount of rewards we can get every week is pretty crazy, especially once the new weeklies come in. Well, that was fun. Nice. Let's again go glance through. No one's posted his epic relic yet. Yep, we just have to wait a little bit longer, I guess. But that's okay. I want to play the new weeklies ASAP. Yeah, it's going to be pretty fun and very nice because just being able to get some star crystals every week, that way at least when they actually drop a champion you're interested in, you should be able to play them or like unlock them. Yeah, being able to get some more of these fragments repeatably is going to be great. And just think, we know that they're going to be adding in the event passes or battle passes. They're going to be adding those in soon, within the next couple of patches. That is like guaranteed to have more constellation material in there. And then they also are adding in some way, we don't know what it is, but some way to target farm. So while it still is a little bit of a pain to fully get through constellations, I think by the end of the year, with the different systems they've already said they're adding, and all the things they're already added, getting the stuff you want is going to be very doable, even as a complete free-to-play player. At least that's what it seems. So it's pretty exciting. Do you think they'll add a new champion before Arcane 2? I mean, at first I thought you meant a new champion just to Path of Champions, and I was like, yes, definitely. But I guess you mean like a completely new champion. Before Arcane 2, probably not. Well, I don't think they'll probably add a brand new champion to the entire game. I think that's probably going to happen with Arcane 2. So probably not before. I would think that would potentially happen when the show comes out. So whether they add like Warwick, Singed, something like that. If you're talking about the game overall, if it happens, I would bet it happens there. Yeah, that's probably the most likely. Yeah, like a completely new one to the entire game. If that happens, probably going to be Arcane. I think Warwick will be in Season 2. That's why I'm saying Warwick. Because they hinted at it, I think, like, wasn't like one of the last scenes Singed playing with Warwick? He's in the recent trailer. Yeah, so I think Warwick would be the most interesting and cool. I think they said the new champ will be Ambessa. Is that like the female chem baron, I think is the name? So excited for patch notes. Yeah, well, I don't think there's really going to be any surprises in these patch notes. I'm thinking the 2 new champions that we already know are coming. Well, Pike is kind of new. The new weeklies, and then I think it's just going to be new bundles for the champions. And I kind of feel like we're probably not going to get anything other than that. Ambessa is the Noxian girl from Arcane. Oh, that would be interesting. The Noxian girl? Or the Noxian... Jace's girlfriend's mom from Noxus. Okay, that's what I was trying to ask. Yeah, because I was like... The girl that's just like Jace's girlfriend... It's like she's a good character in the show, but I don't really see how she could be like... She doesn't really do anything to be like a champion for the game. It's not like she's any sort of like fighter or anything. Her mom, though, who's like a general or something from Noxus, like, okay, that would make more sense. Yeah. Hopefully make Victor cool. I mean, Victor's already cool. I mean, he's not that cool in the show, if that's what you mean. In the trailer for Season 2, she's been fighting. Have you seen the Jace reveal on Twitter? Yes, we went over that like as soon as it happened. Seraphine didn't make sense until her LOR version. I guess that's true. They could just make it make sense for LOR. I still hope they add Silco to LOR one day. He was... Yeah, he was a great character. I mean, all the characters in Arcane was really good. I haven't really looked in any trailers yet because I know I'm going to watch the show, and kind of the less I know about it, the better in some regards. Arcane is so good, I'm tearing up again just thinking about it. Yeah, I need to watch it again probably right before Season 2 comes out, because it was really good. No, you're fine with the... Like, I already knew Warwick was a thing. That's the reason I haven't, like, gone and watched the trailers. Because saying, like, Warwick is going to be in it, or, like, any champions isn't really that big of a deal to me. Hopefully they add Sins to LOR, but I think they'll probably have to make a new poison mechanic. Yeah. Is 3-star needed for Mordekaiser? Create a 2-cost indestructible in hand, or if you have them, reduce cost by 1. If you have the attack token. It's definitely helpful. I wouldn't say it's required. Nice to have, but for a lot of the people that have like a required one, I wouldn't say Mordekaiser is one of them. But it definitely helps you out. Mordekaiser can also use the help. He's a little bit on the weaker side, so Yeah, still good to have, but yeah, not required. Doing the poison for Singe to be Gloom would definitely be interesting. I mean, pretty much whoever they add, they're also going to have to add the support package. Because, like, Singe doesn't really have a support package at all, so you can't really just add him in and use existing cards. Definitely the same with Warwick. If they do, like, Am or Mbessa, then, like, I mean, her support package would just be all Noxus cards, I guess. Maybe a new trap that poisons the deck, that gives your units Gloom. I wouldn't really think so, necessarily. I feel like they already have enough trap-type cards. And it'd also be, like, very similar. It'd just be a better version of the Flash Bomb traps. Because Flash Bomb traps just reduce down your health, but this would reduce down your health and power. Yeah, I kind of doubt that they would do that. Oh, we have like 9 minutes. Oh. So exciting. Tomorrow is going to be great. Where's Sunny? Does he normally stream right now? I have no idea, really. What about a poison effect on a unit that destroys it after 2 turns? Yeah, something like that would make more sense, where it's poison a unit where, like, round start, like, a gloom effect that doesn't necessarily hit them immediately, but at round start, it just, like, reduces them all down. Something like that. $6 p.m. EU every other day. Interesting. I mean, the Breakfast of Champions, Cheerios. Yeah, an effect that, like, reduces health every round, like that sort of poison mechanic would be maybe. Well, I know if Singe is from League and you just run away a lot. Singe and Arcane would be pretty cool, though. If you want to see that version and put into LOR, modifying your units and stuff. Yeah, it's just a very mad doctor. LOR report tweeted something like the patch notes and PvP rotation will be out 2 hours after the Jace reveal. Well, that'd be a little sad. Yeah, I thought last time it was an hour apart, but maybe not. Jace constellation reveal. And then, yeah, he said at 10 a.m. is when patch notes will potentially come out. I mean, we'll see. We have like 7 minutes. Singed in League is a war criminal that uses chemical warfare. Yeah. I mean, pretty much all of Piltover, or all of Zon is just like mad scientists, especially in League. Like it's pretty different in Runeterra, but especially when League first came out back in my day, it was, I just think of like Dr. Mundo, which is like crazy doctor, Singed, the Urgot, another like crazy creation. But yeah, as far as champions, it's like a lot of these are Piltover, and even the ones that are Zon are... We don't actually have like really any... Like, Victor's the closest thing to a mad scientist. Yeah, like Jinx is just crazy. And then... I mean, Echo's scientist and smart, but not really what you call a mad scientist. Yeah, it's kind of funny that it's... P&Z here is very chilled out compared to like Zon in League. Zon in League is pretty nuts. I want them to add Zac to the game. He can be POC exclusive if they want. Zac would definitely be interesting. He'd have probably a pretty fun mechanic of like when his champion dies, it splits into like 4 different 1/1 followers that like round end they come back together. We haven't seen any of the chem side of Zon. Yeah, not really. P&Z is mostly just Piltover. Pretty much, yeah. That's like all of these, well, pretty much all of these are either Piltover or like the good side of Zon. Because like Janna is technically Zon, but it's like she's a nice, benevolent, divine goddess sort of person. Like we have Jinx who's crazy, and we have Victor who, I mean, he's kind of a mad scientist, but he's also not really evil, at least I don't think. He's just crazy about replacing his parts with machinery, but it doesn't seem like he's forcing that on people, at least not yet. Yeah, we haven't, like, there's some cards like this where you can see, like, the shadier side of Zon. But as far as champions, we don't really see that almost at all, which is kind of disappointing. Janna's place of origin is Shurima, though. Potentially. That sounds familiar, but I'm not 100% sure. Victor actually helps the people in Zon? Yeah. But there are some insane people that follow him cultishly. Yeah, makes sense. Have you already talked about the Jace constellation? Yes. Yeah, it's kind of sad that we're only seeing, like, the bright side of Piltover and Zon, because, like, for me personally, I find the, like, darker or evil characters just more interesting, especially to play. So, like, for me, Pike is way more interesting than Jace, and that's just, and the same as like Noxus is way more interesting than Demacia, although Demacia is also kind of messed up as well. We need Rammus and LOR. That'd be nice. I feel like the minus power is kind of used to represent burning in Shurima, or at least the fatigue and heat. In Pokemon, a burn reduces attack, so there's precedent. I mean, they have some of that. Like Nasus is a big part of that. He has the like exhaust that gives enemies negative power, and then you have your quicksand that also does the same. So yeah, like frostbite obviously is just reduced it to 0, but Shurima does have a decent amount of reducing down attack. That's definitely there. I was hoping for a Mumu with all the curses. That would be pretty fun. I mean, Jace should just be able to generate all 6-star spells, or 6-cost spells. I recently went and got every single card, so yeah, that shouldn't matter. 6 cost. Because yeah, I think with his star powers, It's just any 6-cost spell. Create a Hex-Tech Anomaly, which I think turns into just any spell. Yeah, when you draw or create me in hand, transform me into a random 6-cost spell. So yeah, you're going to be able to get just any 6-cost spell from that, which is going to be your main way of generating it. Which, I mean, there's going to be a decent amount of these that are kind of useless for you. Or 6 or more cost. I guess that's... Yeah, I guess that's true. It is 6 or more. Well, that's going to be very, very random. There's going to be a lot of these that you're playing, not because you necessarily care about the spell, but just because you want to get all your effects going off. Yeah, there's going to be some of these that, like, you can't even play. Like, if you've attacked 2 times in a round, it costs 5 less. I guess you don't want that one, but there's some that's like you need... Like Ascendant's Rise, that's not going to help you at all. But still, a lot of these you're just going to be wanting to play just for the fact that they're a 6-cost spell or more. Since Shurima has the minus attack and Shadow Isles has Gloom, like I said, Poison just reduce just life would be cool and stops regen. Yeah, that could be definitely interesting to make it so it reduces down health and makes it so you can't like heal or regenerate life. Or maybe make it so like if they're poisoned, maybe poison the unit so unless they are healed, they die at the end of the round. Or something like that, maybe. Could be interesting. Promising future. Yeah, there's a lot. There's just going to be so many random, because it's any of these cards you're going to be generating. So some will be useful, some won't. The good thing is it'll make your Jace matches feel very different. Because there's going to be some times where it gives you just the perfect card for your situation. You're like, man, this feels amazing. And then there's going to be other times where it either gives you something too expensive you can't possibly play, or it's something that's just completely useless to you. And it's just like, oh, thanks. Like, it gives you the Skies Descend, you can't play it at all. I think the Jace having a power where your spells are brought to be a 6-cost. Yeah, some way of like any spells that cost above 6 cost just go to 6 cost. That would actually be pretty crazy and would help you out a lot. That'd be nice. Buried in Ice, become the Lysandra. I hope Jace has a constellation known that summons Forge of Tomorrow. If you don't have one, that would be nice if it had like Homecoming? Home Turf, that's what it is. It was Home something. Watch it be his relic. I mean, if it was his relic, that'd be very nice, yeah. Just checking to see if anything is out. Oh, yep, little sad. Looks like we're gonna have to wait another hour. Sad. Well, I thought last time they were an hour apart, but maybe they changed it. They're not always the most consistent with their release times, unfortunately. Alright, what do we think would be fun to play? I mean, Volibear is always a good time. I hope the weekly rewards give some Path of Champions rewards. if you're talking about the weekly vault, they aren't really... I already asked them about that in an interview, and they said they're kind of leaving it as is. But to make up with that, they gave us more rewards, more weekly rewards. Play LeBlanc. Yeah, I haven't done a Guardian's Orb build in a while. Definitely been a minute. Sure, let's just go for triple Guardian Orb shenanigans. Yeah, sure. And I don't really want to think. Let's just do this for now. Hello, Grid? Or grade without the E? Welcome. Stabilize. Fantastic. We're just having the best luck in our ASL matches right now. Alright, Swain with power overwhelming.
Show them their place.
Also, Zwaker Faker. Thank you for the follow. Let's get rid of this one. Oh, I accidentally hit the button. Hit it again. Oh, let's see what craziness we get here. All right, that got a lot of items. That got nothing, nothing. That's just stealing 2. All right, so pretty much the Legion Saboteur just got most of it.
Smoke and mirrors.
Oh, well. GG.
Blooms once more.
Yeah, the Coven LeBlanc skin is pretty good. Just tried out Diana, was able to beat Aurelian Soul with level 1 2-star Diana. She's insane. Yes. Yes, she is.
Was inevitable.
She used to be just like hands down the best champion in the game at one point. I used the level up rally on LeBlanc. Am I doing it wrong? LeBlanc is a incredibly versatile champion, and you can play her many different ways. So, no, you're not really wrong. You can pretty much play LeBlanc however you want, and you'll still destroy. And this also isn't necessarily the most optimal build I'm doing either. Like, switching out one of these Guardian Orbs for like an Echoing Spirit, so you get more LeBlancs, and then you also are potentially more likely to hit LeBlanc with your different items, so she gets more power. Like, there's better ways you can improve on this. So yeah, play LeBlanc how you want. You're not doing it wrong. For the most part. Sure, let's go for Time Trick. Alright, champion item, perfect. So Tom Kench with power overwhelming.
It is my mouth into which all travel.
I think the best LeBlanc build is double Stalkers, Blade, and Death's Foil. I mean, triple Everfrost is actually not bad. Yeah, I normally do double Stalkers and Death's Foil when I'm just wanting a ton of removal. That is definitely a decent way to go.
A little luck for those who need it.
Alright, so we don't see LeBlanc. We could play a blocker, but I'd rather try to find LeBlanc, so let's do this here. There we go, perfect. Alright, so we'll be able to play her next round.
Remember my words.
Technically, you play any way you want. There's no wrong way to play the game. There's just more optimal ones. Yeah.
Places to go, people to be. My move.
Alright, let's see here. Oh, Echo got a good amount. Alright, so we could use a Blade's Edge next round and level up. Or do a bloody business. If I play LeBlanc with triple Gatebreakers, is that wrong?
You're not the only one, babes.
I mean, that's definitely not going to be the most optimal, that's for sure. Sure.
Back in the game.
I whisper truth into lies.
Just posted the Jace minor stars. Alrighty, perfect. Alright, fantastic. We'll look at that in a moment. We'll just quickly finish this up.
I do my own stunts.
Alright, perfect. Alright, let's see.
It was inevitable.
Alright, so here is the Jace constellation. Interesting. Yeah, very interesting shape. And the 6-star is over here, which means this is probably where you start. You probably start here and then maybe start going around. Huh, maybe. Alright, so Jace's Hex Tech Battery. Another one that doesn't have +1 starting mana. Interesting. So 1, 2. So another stat relic. Fantastic. I've actually been wanting more stat relics with epic stat relics. That's pretty cool. I'm glad they're changing things around. When I level up, refill 3 mana. If I'm Jace, refill 6 mana instead. I like that a lot. I like that it's a stat relic. It is helping everyone. It is something that a lot of different people can take. But if you're Jace, it's giving you a huge benefit. This is fantastic. This is also, yeah, it's not spell mana. It's just refill 3 mana. So it should refill your normal mana and then overflow to your spell mana. That's really interesting. I'm very excited about that. Spells you acquire in adventures that cost 6 or more have Elixir of Sorcery. That is big. So Elixir of Sorcery is the one that makes it go off twice. So that's huge. You're going to be a lot slower then, because like so far this isn't increasing your speed at all. But when you play your spells, they are going to hit like a truck. Like they're going to do so much for you. That's massive. That is kind of the thing that brings everything together, like Swain with his Pyromantic Wake, Vex with your 4 extra damage. So spells you acquire in adventures that cost 6 or more have Elixir of Sorcery. So this isn't all spells. This is just spells you acquire in adventures. So this isn't going to count for like the one you're generating from your 2-star, but like your after battle rewards, the ones you pick up in shops, all of those are going to have the Elixir of Sorcery, so they go off twice. So this is going to be massive. And then this relic is also going to be so good. Like another stat relic is nice to have. So there's going to be times you're like, this is just going to be another relic that's just good on a lot of people. So this is great. I'm glad they're moving away from the +1 mana and actually giving us more interesting relics. When I level up, refill 3 mana, that's just nice on a lot of people. And then potentially cheesable for like, well, I guess Gnar is a round end effect, so that doesn't really matter. But going for, I mean, actually, even for Gnar, that kind of actually works like somewhat works like an Archangel Staff, to be honest. But that could be really good for maybe Evelyn, Nidalee. That's really interesting. Jace with Starforged, Gauntlets, Battery, and Luminous Orb. Like, yeah, this is going to open up a lot more Starforged builds. which, I mean, that'll be helpful. That helps out a lot. Can we zoom? Sure. There we go. Just in case, yeah, anyone that wasn't able to see. 1/2, when I level up, refill 3 mana. If I'm Jace, refill 6 mana instead. So yeah, Jace is a 4 cost. So Jace is a 4 cost 4/4. So yeah, you can go with this, one other stat relic, and then also Starforged Gauntlets. So you can still hit 4 starting mana with Jace, potentially play him round 1. Does this mean Evelyn refills mana many times? I mean, anyone that triggers level up conditions should refill their mana, yes. I mean, for Evelyn, I don't think you really need this. But yeah, that is very fun. I'm so happy they're moving away from just the +1 mana, because especially those +1 mana only if I'm this champion, which I think is kind of boring. I think that if you're able to complete the whole constellation, the game should give you the relic for the champ. Yeah, some way to earn the champion's relics would be very nice. I mean, they don't necessarily need to rework the other +1 mana relics. Like, +1 mana is nice to have, and it's good that that is available for some champions. I just think it's boring when every relic is +1 mana. So making it so it's not just that for everyone, I think is good. Let's sure, grab this. Let's actually go and right now. Let's try to look at who would want this. So who wants an extra 1/2 as far as stats and 3 mana when they level? I mean, as far as stats, so Luminous Orb is giving you 3 health. And so with this, you're getting 5 health. So with Luminous Orb plus that relic, you're getting up to 5 health, which means anyone that has 3 health can now trigger Starforged Gauntlets. So there is that. I feel like it could be interesting for Lux. So with Lux and her 6-star, each round the first time you attack, you refill 1 mana for each attacking ally and draw a spell. I feel like you could try to... You normally level her up very quickly. So I feel like you could go for like a full like mana build for Lux, where you play with her, you level her up, you refill so much mana, and you just like have your board completely flooded with units. I'm just trying to think if there's anyone this is going to be crazy on. Does this mean that Nasus can finally go Starforged Gauntlet? Yes, Nasus might actually be the perfect one here. Because, yeah, Nasus is pretty weak stat line, but being able to help him with this, he's going to have a power. He's also going to be able to start off with 8 health and then start with Starforged Gauntlets. Yes, this could be decent for Nasus. Nami could work pretty well too. I mean, Nami already can end the game like round 1. She doesn't necessarily need the ramp. Like, I think it would work out for Nami, but I don't think Nami needs it. Gnar is going to be an interesting one. So Gnar, his level up is a round end effect. But since you're refilling that 3 mana, potentially the way this could work is kind of like a less inconsistent Archangel Staff, where it's the end of the round, you're refilling your mana, then it immediately just gets converted into spell mana. It's like maybe. You can't even play Nami round 1. True, but you don't really need to. Because just playing Nami is not that great. You need to have another unit on the board anyways. So even if you did have the 3 mana, playing her round 1 isn't as good unless you also summon another unit with her, which you can potentially do with some spells. I mean, Annie doesn't have enough health, and also I don't think Annie needs it. Lee Sin can already trigger Starforged Gauntlets if he wants. You could do it on Janna, but Janna has better builds anyways. Is there any world where this relic makes the Formidable Relic more useful on someone? Possibly. I think it's going to be, in general, just a nice relic to have, even if it doesn't really activate your Starforged Gauntlets for you, or even if you're just putting it on, like, anyone, it's just going to be a solid relic. Like, giving your stats or your champion extra stats, that alone is nice. So they have more survivability. And then also giving you 3 mana when you level up, that also is just a nice effect. So even if this doesn't be part of some crazy combination, it's still just a nice epic relic to throw on your champion. Varus, you could use it, yeah, to trigger your Starforged if you wanted. Mana refill wouldn't be bad. But yeah, we actually didn't get a +1 mana this time, and that is pretty interesting. Yeah, I think for Jace, though, going for that with the Starforged Gauntlets will probably be your best bet. Just so that you can try to get him on the board immediately and try to speed him up. That being said, you will have a little bit of a difficulty. I mean, at least you'll have 8 health, but against like the Swain adventure, they might just try to kill you immediately. Yeah, we're getting 2 stat relics, and I think that's pretty nice. Let's go to the item chest. Turn 1 LeBlanc. Okay. Ezreal.
Quest accepted. Wait, where are we going?
The patch comes tomorrow. The patch notes will be in like 40-ish minutes, should be. Jace is a 4/4, so I don't know if Starforged Gauntlets is that good on him. You have to use 2 slots for stat relics. Yes, but one of the slots will be Jace's relic, so that's already good. And then the other one is Luminous Orb. So like one of the relics, his stat relic, you're already wanting to play that regardless. So like,
Broke my hand, so I
it's
got
not that much of a pain.
Shake my hand.
The black rose blooms once more.
Yeah, we need to get to 6 mana as fast as possible, so having the +1 starting mana so you can start triggering those 6-cost spells is probably worth it. But, I mean, we'll test it out and see.
Happy to do whatever's needed.
Do we want to play this? Oh. Goodness, I feel like every stream I sneeze at least once.
Classic misdirection.
But yeah, that relic definitely makes me more excited for Jace. That'll be pretty good. Also, what they revealed for the constellation, the fact that your 6 and more cost spells can get the elixir of sorcery, so they go off twice. That's going to be pretty big, and that's going to make Jace, yeah, again, a lot more fun. I think while he might be a little bit slower than some of the other champions, so yeah. Here's the elixir of sorcery, copy me on the same targets. This is what Jace is getting on his spells.
Surprise.
So even if some of the effects don't seem as crazy for his star powers, a lot of those effects are going off twice. So just like doubling them, and they're now insane. And then if Jace is on the board, they're potentially going off 3 times. You also have Chemtech Duplicator, so maybe they're going to be going off like 4 times. Although, yeah, if you're doing the one Jace build that we're mentioning, you won't have Duplicator. Have you looked at all the star powers already? They're on Paulo's profile on Twitter. Yes, we were just looking at those. Kind of worried because it seems like a lot of the new champions' power come from Constellation and can't often afford a lot. Yes.
It was inevitable.
They definitely have a lot more power because of their constellation, but I feel like for a lot of the champions, the extra like crazy amount of power isn't really needed for a lot of the encounters earlier on in the game. A lot of that is more for the higher end challenges. So yeah, if you're trying to take one of the new champions at like 3 stars into a like 5-star encounter, that's going to feel worse. So some of the more existing champions that are just at 3 stars will actually be better because they had to make more of their kit fit into just the 3 stars. Let's get rid of this one. But yeah, it does take a little bit more. That being said, a lot of what you're getting, you get way more rewards now. So getting people to 3 stars and beyond that is easier than it's ever been. All right, Fiora with power overwhelming. But you are right. They do have a lot of their extra power in the constellation, even in like the bonus nodes. Asked Paulo on Twitter about the cost for 1 and 3. It's current cost, not base cost, so the wording is correct. Yeah, that's what I figured. Now we actually just want our LeBlanc. So we'll never be able to get mana discounts on him. Yeah, not really. I mean, you're discounting a lot of your other cards, though, just not your spells.
I'll write my own story.
Time to make an appearance.
New
Oh my
recruit
word.
reporting in.
Well, that's awesome. Sure.
Good.
All right, this will die, giving us a Haunted Doom. Yeah, we won't be able to level before we attack. More copies of LeBlanc is fantastic, though.
Replicate.
Well, it'll still die, but at least it'll take Cythria with him. And that's all their mana.
Gotta find more stuff.
There we go.
Whoa.
Yeah, 40-60. LeBlanc.
The black rose blooms once more.
Which non-announced champion would you love to see get a constellation? Mordekaiser. I think Mordekaiser would be really fun.
Save your world. We speak with blades.
Can't even see all the stuff, but yeah, let's try to see. Maybe there's a strike relic or something in here that's gonna kill Fiora. Huh, well, that's a little sad. Oh well. Alright, come on, grab something to kill her. Give us some crazy power. Hey, Nasty, I'm doing alright. Bit unlucky. Oh well.
I've been looking into this whole paradox thing.
Oh boy, what'd you do this time?
It's time.
Well, apparently they have a lot of rally banners in there.
My move.
Alright, GG.
Sharp blade, sharp mind. Your move.
Have you guys seen the Jace relic? Yes, we were just looking at that a moment ago. Pretty excited that we didn't get any +1 relics this time. I still don't mind them doing +1 relics, and I'm not opposed to the fact that they already did them. I'm just happy we're getting more than just +1 mana relics. Because that being like the baseline was a little boring. Let's go for mana deposit. Another stabilize. Explosive finale. Sure, we're not gonna be killing that many people outside of combat, but we might get strikes off and stuff. Yeah, we could reroll for something better, but that's fine. Champion item chest, perfect. So Ash,
I'll lead the way.
is it really new season tomorrow? I mean, new patch. The game doesn't really have seasons per se. But yep, new patch tomorrow. That will be very fun. We'll be here streaming all the new stuff as soon as it comes out.
Places to go, people to be.
Alright, let's drop this here. Also, this out of combat damage should, help level up our LeBlanc. Oh, I treat rank cycles as seasons. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, the non-+1 relics are a lot more interesting, I feel like. The lack of stapling mana to it, I feel, makes them think about the effect more and adds more flavor to the relic. Yeah, and the +1 mana... Because the +1 mana is the part that is champ specific, and then the second part is also incredibly champ specific. I'm thinking about like the Yasuo relic. It pretty much just means that you can never really play this on anyone other than that specific champion, which I think feels pretty bad.
The black rose blooms once more.
So these ones, like the Swain relic, I've already used that on a bunch of people. I really enjoy it. The Pike relic, I think just having the extra power and challenger, there could be a place for that on some champions. It'll still be pretty niche, but pretty good. And then we're probably gonna get frostbitten.
Classic misdirection.
The Jace relic, again, stat relic, interesting effect. I think that will also be worth considering on many people. GG. I obviously got a Shurima Nova Crystal as my first one. Would it be better to use it on Kaisa or Talia? I personally would actually go with Kaisa. I think she'll have more of an impact from it, but I think they're both going to be pretty good. But yeah, I think I'd go for Kaisa myself. The Created LeBlancs have the OG skin. Yes, they do. I was distracted. I didn't see the Jace relic. So it is 1-2 as far as stats. When you level up your champion, refill 3 mana. But if it's Jace, you refill 6 mana instead. So pretty much if you level up Jace, he's then giving you enough mana to play a 6-cost spell, which when Jace is leveled, your 6-cost spells are going to go off twice. And then also if you have your Elixir of Sorcery, it's going to go off another time as well. So potentially you level Jace, you might have a spell then, that 6-cost spell going off 3 times. Who knows what that effect is going to be. But then you're also like nuking 3 enemy units. You're buffing up your board. You're reducing down the cost of everything in your hand by like 3. If it works out that way, then just playing Jace and getting him leveled gives you this massive swing in power. Also, again, with your Elixir of Sorcery, you potentially get Jace on the board, and then you just play 1 6-cost spell. If it has that Elixir of Sorcery, he's now leveled, and now you can then play another one. So in like a single round, you could maybe play 5. Like you're only playing 2, but it's going off essentially like 5 different spells. Things could get pretty insane if things work the way that I think they do. Anyways, Zoe with Duplicate.
Awesome. This is gonna be so much fun.
What's good getting back into LOR? What's the best control late game deck? Morgana. But if you're talking about PvP, then I don't know because I don't play PvP. So apologies. Also, yeah, they're announcing today in the patch notes the new like rotation. So a lot of stuff for PvP is about to change, I think. Jace relic on Nidalee? Maybe. All right, let's drop our LeBlanc.
Time to make an appearance.
I bear a message from... Oh, hey, what's that?
All right, let's drop this, try to kill one of their Zoes, get some more damage down. Yeah, Explosive Finale does really help us
What a treat.
with our level. Sure, we can go like this. Yeah, a little bit worried about them not blocking, so we'll just play this here. Doesn't really matter. They'll have to block then. I got Elder Dragon with my wild tokens. Was it a bad choice? Elder Dragon is pretty fun. I like him.
A little luck for those who need it.
He's definitely one that is a lot more enjoyable when he's actually maxed out. He can be a little bit worse when leveling him up. He's also very fun with epic relics, but if you don't have any epic relics yet, then yeah, he could feel a little bit worse. Although with like Stalker's Blade or Gatebreaker and stuff, he's fun too. So I don't think it's a bad choice. What are the thoughts on the Pike relic? I missed it yesterday. So it looks interesting. I think the fact that you're going to give him extra power and Challenger when he already has Quick Attack means he's going to be very deadly, because Quick Attack Challenger is a very strong combo. Sure, let's do this damage here. Don't really know who else you're going to want to use it on other than just people that want the stats, because the extra effect of the death from below is obviously going to be very niche, but I think it should be fun. I think the Jace relic is probably going to be more impactful, but yeah, you should have a good time. We could play our mirror image, but doesn't really matter. Speaking of epics, who can use CBTS, Chosen by the Stars, and or Secret Technique? the one that makes spell buffs permanent, I think. Secret Technique doubles the stats you get from spells. Using both those together, you could actually go for Diana. That would be fine. But for Chosen by the Stars, that one's really nice for Vayne, nice for Tom Kench. There's actually a decent amount of people that can make use of it. Secret Technique can be fun for Poro King, can be fun for Nasus, decent for Diana. Master Yi, right? Master Yi, of course. Totally marvelous. Thank you for the follow. Let's see. Man, that Elixir of Skill for Jace is such a massive game changer. Oh, look, sorcery. That's going to be very fun. All right, Viego.
No power in this world can stop me.
Yeah, Death from Below is a spell that summons Pike, which will be nice because it's kind of indirectly just adding more copies of Pike to your deck, which will be nice. Thanks to you, I discovered how fun it is to play Found Fortune with Janna. Awesome. It is definitely very fun.
History forgets, but the Black Rose remembers.
But unless you have some form of lurk, is going to be one attack, is going to be useless. Yeah, it's going to be one that, even if they don't have the like champion-specific modifier on it, pretty much no one's going to want that extra effect other than Pike. GG.
I am everywhere. I am everyone.
If we get something like a Rek'Sai in the future, though, which is probably going to be a very long time, but when that happens, potentially using this relic wouldn't be bad,
Inevitable.
because then you'd have another form of lurk. Could be interesting. Or go for someone that has everywhere buffs, like an Evelyn maybe. Not this would be optimal, but she's someone that could theoretically make use of it, because your Pike could get big because of that. I mean, or like an Aurelian Soul, where this would count as a created card, so that's great for you. And then you also is summon a champion, and then he would level immediately. So there's cheesy ways you can use it, but in general, it's just going to want to play it for Pike. Yasuo with unyielding determination.
My destination. Tell you when I get there.
6-star Viego, I guess, too. Yep, he could use it. Let's... yeah, get rid of most of these. It seems like it's going to be a pair of relics where one's usable outside of designated champ and the other one is only usable on the designated champ. In general, yes.
Places to go, people to be.
Well, that figures. Yeah, there's not really going to be a way to stop that, sadly. I mean, we could kill her, but then we still have the other one, so it doesn't really help.
What a treat.
Sure, we can predict them draw one. That looks good. Okay, let's actually use this and see if we can level up our LeBlanc. Or we might just end the game with our Blade's Edge. Oh, man.
Blooms once more.
Well, that was handy. Okay, we don't even need to attack. GG. Oh, man. Oh, right. He still has another health bar. Fantastic. Well, we can just... I mean, this is going to overflow the stack. We don't need to go too insane. Actually, it would have been probably just fine. GG. Edgy content, yeah. All the Blade's Edge. All right, like 15 minutes, and then we should finally get the patch notes. All right, let's see. Strike, draw one. We kind of already have enough. Let's, yeah, game start, perfect. We'll go for best defense to make our LeBlanc a little bit tankier so she doesn't die. And then Zed with an Yielding. Yeah, that was a very good call to predict and draw one. Worked out quite well. Did you already look at the Jace Epic Relic? Yes, we did. It looks like it's going to be very good. Going to be great for Jace and potentially one that you want to try out on other people as well. I wonder what LeBlanc's constellation would be. Yeah, I feel like they're probably not going to do her for a while because she's already just so busted. Patch notes out? Well, that's weird if that's the case, but let's go look. Oh, look, there they are. That's weird. That's a... All right, well. I'll just hop over here, I guess. Interesting. All right, so new feature, weekly nightmares. Weekly nightmares are here. This is also why you could never really predict. I need to zoom this up when stuff's going to come out because it's always, yeah, very inconsistent. Okay. Tomorrow has never looked so good. Log in tomorrow at approximately this time, which is normally earlier, to play. So weekly nightmares, new feature. With the release, people can complete a new quest chain to unlock the 3 new weekly adventures with increased difficulty. New quest chain that is interesting, so hopefully they're going to give us more rewards in that quest chain other than just unlocking these. Also, we have Aurelian Soul, that's interesting. Increased difficulty from 4.5 to 6.5 star difficulty available on the world map. Alright, so new content, new champ, Jace. So, mana tomorrow. So these are ones we've already went over. When you play a 6 cost or more spell, reduce the cost of all non-spells in your hand by 1. Starting mana, you get a Hextech Anomaly, which this just transforms into any 6 cost or more spell. So if you don't have one, you get one of these. So the Hypercharge rank 2, when you play a 6 or more cost spell, reduce the cost of all non-spells in your hand by 1, then give allies 1 power and a random keyword. This is give, so it's temporary just for the round, but still be pretty good. Gearing up, game start, summon 2, armed gearheads, mana flow, get an extra mana gem. After you play a 6 or more cost spell, deal 10 damage to a random enemy or the enemy nexus if there's none. So pretty much all the stuff all the stuff they revealed like an hour ago. So we also got Pike. Yep, so he's getting a constellation as a redesign of star powers. So these are all the exact same things we saw earlier. Yeah, we'll be doing a video breaking everything down, but right now we're trying to mostly look for anything new because we've already gone over quite a lot of these just the last little bit. Yeah, this will be pretty good. Spells everywhere have lurk. When a card lurks, if it's a follower, summon it attacking, otherwise draw it. Pretty much what we wanted the Darius powers to be. Alright, champ upgrades. So Redfin Hammersnout starts with Great Club, that's what the old one was. Now it starts with Speed Wraps. This is much better. So Speed Wraps, this is Quick Attack. Overwhelm, normally you already were running Overwhelm with the Beast Within, so it was kind of a dead item. Now it getting Quick Attack, that is way better. We've tweaked Pike's Curated card list so that lurkers now show up with higher frequency throughout the adventures. Okay, perfect. So whenever you're going through your adventure, you're more likely to see lurkers as like rewards for after battle rewards or from shops. This is nice. So even if you have Pike not at 3 stars, because a lot of the upgrades to getting more lurk is like behind the 3-star, you still should be able to see more lurkers, so this will help. All right, so that is nice. All right, so new epic relics. The Jace epic relic, 1/2. When I level up, refill 3 mana. If I'm Jace, refill 6 mana instead. Really like this. Usable, or should be usable, on a lot of people. Not just Jace, but then this will obviously be best for Jace, because you level him up, you can immediately play a 6-cost spell if you have it, which you should. So that's pretty good. Deadly Harpoon for Pike. So 2 power and challenger. Pike has quick attack, so he's getting that quick attack challenger combo, which is very deadly. And then power, game start, shuffle 2 deaths from below into your deck and grant them an epic item. This is the card that if Pike lurks, he transforms into this. 5-cost spell, you play it, Pike is summoned, striking an enemy. So pretty good. It kind of is working as just giving you like 2 extra Pikes in your deck, as well as the epic item, which could be pretty good. Both are available in each champion's celebration bundles, but not in golden reliquaries. So that means each champ is getting a bundle, and they're not supposed to be in golden reliquaries. New quest. A new achievement quest chain, Afraid of Nothing, 1-4, available once you've unlocked the 3rd weekly adventure at legend level 15, requires you to defeat weekly adventures of a specific star level to unlock the next difficulty tier of weekly adventure. So this is a new quest chain to unlock the new set of weeklies. Hopefully there's some rewards in here other than just unlocking the new adventures. Hopefully they also give us some nice rewards. That would be nice. Maybe this is where you'll get some fragments for like Jace. Who knows? New bundles. We've made a few changes to the contents of some of the champion bundles, so please check them out. So we have the Jace bundle. Looks like fragments for Jace. Silver star or silver vault. Little sad. But then we have Jace's relic as well as cosmic blessings to level up faster. So celebration bundle, 4-star bundle. The 4-star bundle comes with a gilded Jace champ skin instead of greater cosmic blessings. Interesting. Okay, so you get a skin for Jace instead of cosmic blessings. I mean, interesting. And then for the Pike champ bundle, the 5-star bundle comes with the Empyrean Pike skin. So anyone that's watching me play Pike yesterday, they're wondering what that skin was. That's the skin. So hopefully this will be discounted for me since I already have the skin. Anyways, so you'll get that skin instead of the greater cosmic blessings. I mean, that's going to be a pretty mixed bag for some people. Some people, they'll be, oh great, a skin, how fun. Other people, they're just going to want the cosmic blessings. So that's going to be good or bad for what you think. I mean, I like the skins personally, so I think they're pretty good. All right, content change list. So they're changing some of the powers. Oh, this sucks. Stabilize is getting nerfed. So it used to be when you summon a champion. Now it's when you play a champion. So that is definitely sad. That, yeah. Also, they're changing Shadow Totem. So it used to be when I'm summoned. Now it is play. Both Stabilize and Shadow Totem caused a steady stream of bugs and unintuitive interactions. So we're making this change to make them work more predictably. While this change could be perceived as a nerf, it will actually result in buff cases. Auto-equip now works the way you want it to, etc. All right, so that is in general sad, and yes, it is mostly going to be a nerf, but auto-equip actually working the way you want is nice. It does suck that you can't really use these on any equipment decks, because, yeah, the equipment will go on the ephemeral copy, but that is still going to be sad. That's going to be sad. Changed Emporium offers. The Emporium has refreshed, offering types to provide players with more options in light of our focus on PvE. Interesting. Huh. Alright, so this is about competitive. Sure, just in case there's any people here that actually care about competitive. I wanted to provide you all with an update on our work on the standard rotation for PvP. Previously in an article here, we had announced what our next rotation would happen August 1st later this year, and that we had a 3-month period for ongoing rotations. Due to development changes, we plan to shift these rotations to occur with patch releases, much like they have in the past. And I wanted to provide some additional transparency on what the next few months might look like. Instead of August 1st, the standard rotation will occur July 17th, the release date of our patch 5.7. You'll also see these updates consolidated in our next set of patch notes. The reason for these adjustments is our plan is that having settled into our team's rhythm since January, we believe the team can handle having our releases for all the content, both PvP and PvE, on a coordinated and consistent timeline. Nice. Beyond that, we'll have roughly 2 months of the ranked standard queue up, followed by 1 month of the ranked eternal queue up. Our next standard rotation would then come out with patch 5.11, which would happen sometime in November, and that pattern will continue moving forward. We'll be actively seeking feedback about how this approach feels, so please let us know your thoughts as these changes happen over the coming months. Then we have rotation. As a general rule, when we rotate champions in or out of standard, they'll take their package along with them. This includes cards that were originally released as support package for champions and cards that are thematically tied to them. So for example, when Leona rotates out, Defenders of the Sun Disk will rotate out as well, even though it was released in a completely different set because we consider it part of her package. That makes sense. One exception for this rule is the rotation of Elder Dragon. We're rotating Elder Dragon ahead of time because of how ubiquitous it proved to be in Standard, but we feel that its support package still deserves some more time in the format, as all of the cards are quite new and perhaps not being in the shadow of Elder Dragon will allow them to shine on their own. Because of this, we're rotating just Elder Dragon out and keeping its package in Standard for the time being. Every other champion that's rotating in or out is taking their package with them. Here's a list of champions rotating out. So Kennen, Nora, Alawi, Nautilus, Garen, Galio, Shyvana, Lissandra, Ornn, Master Yi, Annie, Sion, Azir, Nasus, Hecarim, Maokai, Viego, Leona, Aurelion Sol, Janna, Jace, Evelynn, Jhin, and Elder Dragon. And then here's a list of champions rotating in: Heimerdinger, Tahm Kench, Nami, Poppy, Lucian, Udyr, Anivia, Lee Sin, Aurelia, LeBlanc, Darius, Ziggs, Zillion, Nocturne, Senna, Diana, Soraka, and Bard. Okay, so bug fixes. Fix an issue where some champions' Celestial Bounty upgrade did not appropriately apply to other champions in their regions. Good to know. Fix an issue where Flowing Chakram did not show as an elemental skill. Fix an issue where Bronze Vault rewards from daily quests would grant in the background. These can now be accessed via your mail. Fix an issue where Ambush followers with the Poro Fluff item did not have the correct stats after transforming from Shadow in the Brush. Fix an issue where Fix an issue where players could not draw cards for multiple rounds when a landmark activates both Home Turf and Farsight. Interesting. Fix an issue where multiple champions' relics had inconsistent power descriptions. Fix an issue where the background image for Emporium offers did not transition smoothly. And then fix an issue where Volibear's bonus Star of Discovery incorrectly granted 5+ followers, Hardy Rations, and Chain Vest. Oh no. Uh-oh. So this one... This was really good that it gave both Hardy Rations and Chain Vest. That seemed like a good change. If they're nerfing that so it only gives Hardy Rations, that's going to kind of suck. Yeah, and it doesn't seem like they touched the Nidalee Transform spell. Huh. Well, so sad that Stabilize and Shadow Totem are getting changed. They did cause a lot of bugs, so that is sad. It will be interesting to see what we get in the Emporium here. It's just supposed to give you regen, yeah. It's just supposed to give you the Hardy Rations. But it was really nice that it gave you both. That made it much better of something to pick up. So yeah, we'll have to see what the new offers for the Emporium are. The changes to the bundle, some people will like the fact that they're getting skins, but I think probably most people would prefer getting the Cosmic Blessings. Potentially what happened is they had Cosmic Blessings in so many of the bundles that there's people like me that have like, I don't know, is it like 70? I have a ridiculous amount. Anyways, and they probably want to rein that back in a little bit. So trying to give people some other skins. So that'll be interesting. It is nice that at least the champions are both getting bundles. I was a little sad last time. Like, for me, it didn't really matter. But Yasuo didn't get any bundles, but Swain did. And like here, I care more about the Pike bundles than the Jace ones. So it's nice that they're both able to get bundles. So if you're someone that you're really interested in one of the champions, you can then upgrade them. So that's nice. This quest, I hope this gives us more rewards than just unlocking the weekly adventure. If it does, this will be very nice. Hopefully this is how they're going to give you some Jace fragments. And then just some rewards. This would be really nice. It is cool that they're doing it through a quest and not just like, oh, they're immediately unlocked. It is nice you are working towards it. I also prefer skins. You can still level up your champs without those too. You can't get skins by just playing. Yeah, that's... Some people are going to like it, some people won't. Alright, so... mostly what we figured. The Pike changes right here. This does help you more. It also is going to be nice that we're able to get these lurkers more often, so that's pretty good. And then, yeah, it's just their powers, which we've already seen a good amount of time. And yeah, we'll have the new weeklies, which should be interesting. We don't really have any details on what these are going to be as far as what exactly the new modifiers are. But yeah, like Teemo, we haven't seen Teemo before as a boss, other than like the... not in the adventures, I don't think. I don't think so. And then, yeah, Aurelion Sol, he also hasn't been one of the bosses for the weekly, so that'll be interesting. Excited for the weeklies, hopefully having cool rewards. Yeah, I know there's the half-star Teemo adventure, but I mean for the specifically for weeklies. Like, I know there is a Teemo adventure. So we know the rewards for, I think, all of them, but I forget what they said for the first one. The middle one is giving you a silver star vessel. So that's going to give you star crystals for a region. That's how you unlock the 4 and 5 stars. And then the 6.5 is giving you a minor gemstone vessel. So you can try to get some of the gemstone upgrades. I forget what they said for the 4.5 star. I feel like they said, but I think I missed it. But yeah, I know what the other two are. All right, nice. So, good amount of changes. 2 new champions to be excited about. I think both of the new epic relics will be fun. I like that they're not too niche. I mean, this one is pretty niche, but still nice that it's not specifically one you have to use for Pike, but mostly he's going to be using it. Why is it always minor? I don't know. I mean, they want gemstones to be something you can keep working on for a long time. They don't necessarily want you to be able to like max out your account really quickly. They want to give you a reason to come back and keep playing. So that's why the gemstone rewards, they take a lot of gemstones. You don't get a lot of gemstones. It's for people that really play the game a lot. It's a reason to keep playing. No, they specifically said for the 5.5, it's a silver star vessel. Because I asked them in the interview. They said this one was silver star vessel. So I asked, oh, are we getting a golden star vessel for the 6.5? And he was like, no, that was gemstone. Also, note for these, they're not going to be like region specific. So you just have to have like a really good champion to be able to clear these. So if you're someone that you have like Aurelian Soul at 4 stars, or if you have just like a champion that is like 5 or 6 stars, you should just be able to clear all of these with the same champion, unless your champion is getting like hard countered by them. So if you need to just blast a soul for all of them to get the rewards, or whatever your most broken champion is, you should be able to clear these. It's not like the Swain or Lysandra adventure where you have to beat it with specific regions, which can cause a lot more issues. So yeah, it'll be nice that we get more things to play every single week. 6 different adventures, all giving you different rewards. That's not like you have to clear them, but it's more ways that you can play the game and be rewarded for it. A lot of people farm Nautilus early until they take on Victor or Draven, and then climb as they can. 5 random Nova fragments per week is already slow enough. They can give us that. Yeah, being able to slowly get up more and more of the constellation materials will be nice. All right, I think that's where we will call it today. I'm going to do a video breaking down all of the different, well, all of the news we've had over the past couple days. I'll be putting that all together in one video and putting that up on YouTube. So if you missed any part of the news of just anything, I'll be putting that all together. Also, we'll be having a video going over all the builds for champions as you level up, like what you want for your first common relic, rare relic, common and rare relic combination. So look forward to that. But thank you all for hanging out. We'll be streaming the patch as soon as it comes out tomorrow. So if you want to see any of the new content being played, that is what we're going to be doing. Anyways, thank you all for hanging out. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. See ya.